The kingdom within. There is a kingdom of the spirit's ease. It is not in this helpless swirl of thought, foam from the world's sea, or spray whispers caught, with which we build mind's shifting symmetries, nor in life's stuff of passionate unease, nor the heart's unsure emotions frailly wrought, nor trivial clipped sense joys soon brought to naught, nor in this body's solid transiences. Wider behind than the vast universe, our spirit scans the drama and the stir. A peace, a light, an ecstasy, a power, waiting at the end of blindness and the curse that veils it from its ignorant minister, the grandeur of its free, eternal hour. The yogi on the whirlpool, on a dire whirlpool in the hurrying river, a life-still statue, naked, bronze, severe, he kept the posture of a deathless seer, unshaken by the mad waters' leap and shiver. Thought could not think in him. Flesh could not quiver. The feet of time could not adventure here. Only some unknown power, nude and austere, only a silence mighty to deliver. His spirit, world-wide and companionless, seated above the torrent of the days, on the deep eddy that our being forms. Silent, sustained the huge creation's stress, unchanged, supporting nature's rounds and norms. Immobile background of the cosmic race. The indwelling universal. I contain the wide world in my soul's embrace. In me, Arcturus and Belphegor burn. To whatsoever living form I turn, I see my own body with another face. All eyes that look on me are my soul eyes. The one heart that beats within all breasts is mine. The world's happiness flows through me like wine. Its million sorrows are my agonies. Yet all its acts are only waves that pass upon my surface. Inly, forever still, unborn, I sit, timeless, intangible. All things are shadows in my tranquil glass. My vast transcendence holds the cosmic world. I am hid in it, as in the sea a pearl. The kingdom within. There is a kingdom of the spirit's ease. It is not in this helpless swirl of thought, foam from the world's sea, or stray whispers caught, with which we build minds shifting symmetries. Nor is life's stuff of passionate unease, nor the heart's unsure emotions frailly wrought, nor trivial, clipped sense joys, soon brought to naught, nor in this body's solid transiences. Wider behind than the vast universe, our spirit scans the drama and the stir, a peace, a light, an ecstasy, a power, waiting at the end of blindness, and the curse that veils it from its ignorant minister, the grandeur of its free, eternal hour. The hidden plan. However long nights are, I will not dream that the small ego and the person's mask are all that God reveals in our life scheme, the last result of nature's cosmic task. A greater presence in her bosom works. Long it prepares its far epiphany. Even in the stone and beast, the Godhead lurks, a bright persona of eternity. It shall burst out from the limit traced by mind and make a witness of the prescient heart. It shall reveal, even in this inert, blind nature, long veiled in each inconscient part, fulfilling the occult magnificent plan, the world-wide and immortal spirit in man. The witness spirit. I dwell in the spirit's calm. Nothing can move, and watch the actions of thy vast world force. its mighty wings that through infinity move, and the time gallopings of the deathless horse. This mute, stupendous energy that whirls the stars and nebulae in its long train, like a huge serpent through my being curls with its diamond hood of joy and fangs of pain. It rises from the dim, inconscient deep, uncoiling through the minds and hearts of men, then touches on some height of luminous sleep, the bliss and splendor of the eternal plain. All this I bear in me, untouched and still, assenting to thy all-wise, inscrutable will.
I would like to ask you, because it is more than 50 years now since Mother left the physical form, 51 years, I believe. And I would like to ask what you feel, or have you felt anything of the supermental in the earth now?
Now I can't say, but I can say that I feel their presence all the time. But for the supramental consciousness, Mother had told, I read in Hutta's book, Mother had said the more she's pulling down, the more it is getting lost in the inconscient. So I suppose she's awakened the inconscient so that it might receive the spiritual and supramental light. We have almost forgotten and forsaken the mind itself. So whatever is above the mind is only for the very few. But I think the action of the higher forces are still working, and they will bring about the change that is required. And I saw on the TV that the present Prime Minister has called for an all India opening to the light. So I think it will work. It will be something. Because our country, India, has a mission in the world, and only part of it is getting fulfilled thanks to Mother and Sri Aurobindo's influence. But much more can be done. Let us see what happens.
What, may I ask, do you feel in your own being?
You know, I was, from my childhood, very fond of flowers. And when I came here at age 7, I found that flowers were given a lot of importance. So I said, this is my place, without knowing what it is all about. Flowers, my place. And as I loved travels, mother used to see us, my parents and Chitrade and me, uh, in the afternoons. And she was just creating the ashram, so at 5 p.m., all the heads of the departments who were chosen by mother for looking after dining room, electric service, and so on, domestic service, they used to go to mother to report on the day's work. I personally saw mother read very carefully what they had written and put her signature to each one's notebook. Mother noticed it, and she knew everyone. We were about 1,000 people in the playground where she was guiding the meditation, near the map. So, and we were used to about the half an hour time. So, after about half an hour time, I opened my eyes. No, mother was still sitting there and deep in meditation. So I said, mother is doing something. And I looked at her, and I also went into, again, my own meditation. And suddenly I felt a great peace. And I opened my eyes. I said, everyone has gone. There was no one in the playground. There was full of the light of the playground, color of the playground, a little brighter. And mother was, then I understood. And after that meditation, I used to stand at the door with a few people when mother was going out of the playground. That day, while going out, she stopped in front of me and she pointed out what I had seen was right. And only 3 days later, we came to know that it was the descent of the supramental light. That's why I couldn't see anyone. I could see only a little orangish brown all over the place. I only could see mother. No one else. And mother said I had taken the light.
And what do you feel now?
Now, I pull on as best as possible. You have asked me to read, I'm very grateful. And mother wanted me to prepare a few booklets on my paintings with a little note. I expected 2 of them to be reaching me yesterday, but they have not yet reached me. 2 are ready. Mother said 10. I said, mother, 6 maximum. So mother herself did 4. Recently, I think they published something of mother's painting and mother writing. I don't know, I'm waiting to see the books. So out of the 4, 2 are ready, but I have not yet received them. And I have written for the 3rd one. There is a painting of mine. There is a painting of mine on the right-hand side page and a sentence or 2 written by me. So that's how, when the brochure is ready, we'll see.
Amita, when did mother tell you about putting it in a book form, your paintings and artwork? When you were a child or like?
You want to see a few of the paintings?
No. Yes, I look forward to seeing the booklet. I want to ask you, when did mother ask you to
make the booklet?
Yes.
Long back. She was in her body.
Okay.
She used to go around midnight with Pranab, Pranabda, who used to attend on her, with Pranabda and a few other people. She used to go around at night at the first floor level. And very often I would be sitting there and doing my homework. And I would see it was like a whole stream of light. She was at the head, and then behind her a whole stream of light that would cross the first floor windows. And she would see me working as my homework. And there was a friend of mine with Pranabda in Mother's, that train of light. So 1 or 2 days I remember, Pranabda asked him, "Have you finished?" On the pen drive, he used to take what I was writing. And in the classroom, our teacher said to me, "When I return your notebook, I don't need to say anything about his. When I return his notebook, I don't need to say anything about yours." Which is to say, we had very good teachers. For French, we had Satprem, Satprem. We had Satprem for modern French. We had done some very good work with him on Nietzsche. He had done Nietzsche with us, the great German philosopher. And he had done the present day French philosopher and literator Saint-Exupéry. He had done Saint-Exupéry with us, and Nietzsche, and Anatole France. He had done Anatole France, and therefore we came to discuss a little about Tagore, because it seems Tagore was in Paris, and the Carpelet sisters, André Carpelet and Suzanne Carpelet, were his secretaries. And he wrote certain things, and this book, Gitanjali, offrande lyrique, which Tagore himself translated as lyrical ballads. Sri Aurobindo has referred to that translation in his letters. And he has said if Tagore could translate Bengali into English with such beauty and perfection, why can't you? Chunni Road. Why can't you? It can be done. So, for Tagore centenary year, 1962, 10 years before Sri Aurobindo's centenary year, the Jipma doctors from Jipma, many of them were Bengalis. So they wanted to celebrate Tagore's centenary year. My doctor brother used to work there at Jipma. Dr. S.B. Shatabrata was FRCS England and special heart surgery Paris. He had gone twice to Europe. And he was an FRCS doctor. He used to work in Jipma, and Jipma doctors came to know that his sister recited quite well. So they said, "Please ask your sister to recite in our program." That's how I recited in their program in the town hall. Short poems, 3 poems from Gitanjali, lyrical ballads. In Bengali, in English by Tagore, and in French by André Gide. Gide translated from Tagore into French, André Gide. So I had done in 3 languages. I don't know, I've lost it. We'll have to see. I've done 3 poems. the infinite adventure on the waters of a nameless infinite, my skiff is launched. I have left the human shore. All fades behind me, and I see before the unknown abyss and one pale pointing light. An unseen hand controls my rudder. Night walls up the sea in a black corridor. An inconscient hunger's lion plaint and roar, or the ocean sleep of a dead eremite. I feel the greatness of the power I seek surround me. Below me are its giant deeps. Beyond the invisible height, no soul has trod. I shall be merged in the lonely and unique, and wake into a sudden blaze of God. The marvel and rapture of the apocalypse. I shall say a few lines from Mother's French prayer, which she made all of us recite. Glory to thee, Lord. Glory to thee, Lord. You don't know that one? Gloire à toi, Seigneur, triomphateur de tous les obstacles. Permets que rien en nous ne fasse obstacle à ton œuvre. Permets que rien ne retarde ta manifestation. Que ta volonté soit faite en toutes choses et à tout moment. Nous sommes devant toi pour que ta volonté s'accomplisse en nous, dans tous les éléments, toutes les activités de notre être, depuis les hauteurs suprêmes jusqu'aux moindres cellules de notre corps. Permets que tout en nous collabore à ton œuvre, que tout soit prêt pour ta réalisation. Gloire à toi, Seigneur, réalisateur suprême. Donne-nous une foi ardente, active, absolue, inébranlable en ta victoire. It is the last poem of Prayers and Meditations, Glory to thee, Lord, who triumphest over all difficulties. It is that one. I did the first few lines. One set I had recited with somebody else in front of the mother. Mother herself had heard us. And then I did the last few lines. You will find it at the end of Prayers and Meditations. You must be knowing it. Did you know that I have also written something?
No, we would like to
hear
that too.
I have lost my book, though Sri Aurobindo had praised my writing and said in French, c'est d'un grand poète. It is written by a good poet, a great poet. My writings in prose form.
In French? Did you write in French or English?
I have written in French, but I think these are in English.
Okay.
I'll see. He named, Sri Aurobindo himself had given the name Remembrance to the booklet. But they took the booklet to translate into French and they didn't return me mine.
Oh.
I'll try
We
and
will
find
it,
out.
yeah.
Remembrance, part 1. Part 2 is for children. I used to take up children because mother had asked me to work with children. So once a week they could ask me any question. So they said, any question, even personal. I said, yes, any question, even personal. They said, you were teaching the older college level students. Why did you have to come down to teach us at the primary level? So that was the personal question. I said, mother asked me to do. Oh, I see. So there, Richard and I had done together a set of sense training exercises because both mother and Sri Aurobindo had said that the technical terms of science must not enter the mind of children before the age of 14. And mother told us language teachers, no literary thing, no literature before the age of 14. I told mother, mother, you say no literature, then what will we teach? So mother said, I dare, you will teach very carefully lines written by great poets and great authors. But you don't need to study them in sequence as you do for literature students. And she added, if children don't read good texts, how will they learn the language? So she used to see us, a few of us, after the morning balcony darshan. That's where I think I told you she used to give me a bouquet of flowers. It was at that time. And afterwards that bouquet of flowers stopped. But one day, on our way back, there were no flowers. We were just standing, a few of us, and I shall name them, Jayantila, Kollen Chaudhary, and Mrityunjoy. Someone known as Mrityunjoy, who used to prepare with Pavitrada for mother's breakfast and lunch, something. She said. So these people were also standing. So mother used to say while going, bonjour, bonjour, bonjour tout le monde. That day when she came back, she saw on a dish beside me the arboratristisch flowers, these aspiration flowers, arranged very beautifully. She picked up a handful and gave to me. And she said, ça sent bon. They smell, they have a beautiful fragrance. You don't need them. Chinana Pabhuswame ça sent bon.
What does it mean?
But I think now I need it.
You don't need them.
Chinana Pabhuswame ça sent bon. But I really need them even now.